Here we're going to tie a EP streamer. First thing we're going to do is just get our thread started right there at the middle portion of the hook. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a bit of flash to the fly. So I'm going to take 5 or 6 strips of pearl flashaboo. I'm just going to tie that in right on the top of the shank of the hook. Give it a couple wraps, and then I'll just double over that flashaboo, pulling all of it to the back. And I'll just wrap back to the bend. Now the next thing to do is to tie in the belly of the fly. And this one I'm going to tie in kind of a sandy white color and a brown color. So I want the lighter color to be on the bottom of this fly. So I'm going to take that sandy white, I'm going to wrap it right underneath the shank of the hook, trying to keep it nice and centered. Then I'm going to wrap forward a few wraps, trying to keep all those fibers right in the center. Then what I'm going to do is take another chunk of brown this time. I'm going to tie it right on the top of the fly. And each time I'm using about, let's say, half the diameter of a pencil of EP fiber. Then I'm going to wrap forward about 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to take that EP fiber, I'm going to fold it back over the hook, and I'm going to lay a wrap down. Then I'll do the same on the bottom. Then I'll take my thread forward to just in front of those pieces. Then what we can do is just draw all the pieces together here. Sometimes it likes to get caught in my vise. There we go. Now we're going to repeat the same process. Take a little bit of that sand color. And we always want to make sure it's right on the bottom of the shank of the hook. I'm going to wrap up onto that portion. And I'll take my thread forward about 1/4 of an inch again. Do the same thing here on the top. And each time I'm tying this EP fiber in right in the middle of the piece of EP fiber. And I'll take that piece and fold it back. And I also want to make sure I get nice coverage on the sides of the hook as well. So what I'll kind of do is when I push this EP fiber back, I'll make sure that I get coverage all the way up the side of the hook, that it's not just on the bottom. There we go. And once we get to the front of the hook, I'm going to lay down some nice tight wraps right on the head. And then we can whip finish. Now what we want to do is blend some of this material together. So what you can do is use a brush, kind of brush the material so that it blends in together. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to trim this fly. And to trim it, you can just start with your basic shape, your basic baitfish shape. So what I'm going to do is just start up high at the top, and I'll just kind of work my way down this EP fiber. Now once you have your desired shape, you can see here I have a nice wide bodied. I like mine fairly thick, but it's wider up here and it tapers as it goes back towards the tail. Same goes for the body too. It's nice and wide and tapers as it goes back. Once you've done that, you're ready to add your eyes. And what you're going to use is a little bit of material called Zappa Goo. It's more of a gel type of super glue. I'm going to add a dab of that to the side of the fly here. Make sure you have a little bodkin handy. And once I've got that side ready, I'm just going to take a clear goo eye. I'm just going to add it right to the side of the fly. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side here. I always have a paper towel handy as well. And I'll add an eye to this side. I want to make sure I get those eyes nice and even. Then I'll just let them sit there for a few minutes. Let them harden. And that's all there is to the EP streamer. Very effective fly. It's probably one of the most popular saltwater flies out there as far as baitfish patterns go. EP fibers, such a versatile material, comes in so many colors and fairly easy to tie. I mean, the basic principle is the same for all the flies, and you can find all the materials including recipe information and EP fibers at intheriffle.com.